I think I'm just brunette because of the books.
And everyone knows blondes are nicer anyway.
Blake Lively has had her fair share of clashes and controversies with fellow celebrities, past and present, and some of the names might genuinely surprise you. Before Blake and Ryan Reynolds became Hollywood's golden couple, Ryan was married to Scarlett Johansson. The pair tied the knot in 2008 and split in 2010. The very same year, Ryan began filming Green Lantern alongside none other than Blake Lively. Filming kicked off in March 2010 and wrapped in August. According to several crew members, the chemistry between Ryan and Blake was palpable, flirty, giggly, and hard to ignore. There was just one problem. Both were already taken. Blake was dating Gossip Girl co-star Penn Badgley, while Ryan was still married to Scarlett. During the Green Lantern press tour, the tension was impossible to hide. Despite insisting they were just friends, the pair were seen spending a lot of time alone. Ryan later admitted he knew he crossed a line. Within months, both relationships imploded. Blake and Penn broke up, and Ryan and Scarlett announced their split. Scarlett later alluded to the difficulty of dating another actor, saying, "The logistics of being with another actor are challenging. There may be a competitive thing." Many took this as a subtle reference to Ryan. Sources told the Daily Mail that Ryan could be an overbearing control freak, traditional and uncomfortable with Scarlett's growing success. And now, amid the It Ends With Us drama, where Ryan allegedly rewrote parts of the script, fans can't help but see a pattern emerging. Rumors intensified when a New Orleans waitress claimed she saw Ryan and Blake having an intimate dinner in December 2010. "It looked like a date," she said. "If you didn't know who they were, you'd assume they were a couple." Many now believe Blake played a direct role in Ryan and Scarlett's breakup, though none of the parties have ever confirmed it. Ryan has since offered a softer version of events. He insists that he and Blake only became romantic after their respective breakups. "We were buddies then," he once said. "We went on a double date. She was with another guy and I was with another girl." Soon after, they realized they were meant for each other. But not everyone buys that timeline. Journalist Kat Marnell reignited the scandal in a since-deleted tweet, claiming, "Fun fact, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds hooked up when RR was still married to ScarJo and holed up in a NOLA hotel room during Green Lantern." She even alleged that the couple used their influence to silence reporters who tried to expose the affair. While Scarlett and Blake have never publicly feuded, insiders claim there's a long-standing frost between them. They reportedly go out of their way to avoid each other at industry events. Many believe Scarlett still harbors resentment, convinced Blake was the reason her marriage ended. And while Henry Golding, Blake's A Simple Favor co-star, never clashed with her directly, he later admitted he felt enormous pressure working alongside her, hinting at the intense, often high-stakes environment that seems to follow Blake wherever she goes.
Hendrix and Blake Lively had a feud while filming A Simple Favor?
I think they got on pretty reasonably well, I think.
Henry Golding starred alongside Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively in A Simple Favor, but behind the glossy veneer of that darkly glamorous thriller, tension was said to simmer just beneath the surface. Though the actresses played complicated best friends on screen, multiple insiders have hinted that their real-life dynamic was far frostier. Henry later admitted he felt immense pressure working with the two Hollywood heavyweights. "It was quite a small set," he recalled. "It's easy to get nervous. There were days where I thought, what am I doing here?" While he eventually grew comfortable, Henry confessed to questioning his confidence more than once, clearly intimidated by the strong personalities around him. Yet, whispers from the set suggest it wasn't just nerves. There may have been genuine unease between Blake and Anna. When Henry was asked in an interview about rumored friction between his co-stars, he insisted they got along just fine. But those who watched the interview noted how visibly uncomfortable he looked, as if afraid to say the wrong thing. That brings us to one of Blake's most talked about alleged feuds, her reported clash with Anna Kendrick. According to industry gossip, the tension between the two began while filming A Simple Favor in 2017 and allegedly reignited during production of its 2024 sequel. The source of the drama? A joke gone wrong. Rumor has it Anna made fun of Taylor Swift, something Blake, one of Taylor's closest friends, didn't take kindly to.
A few times through Ryan on that film.
Got it.
And thought she seemed nice, and little did I know.
Yeah. How quickly do you...
Don't touch me.
Anna. Kendrick's reputation for being difficult in certain settings may have fueled the tension further. Reports have surfaced describing her as dismissive or rude toward staff and service workers, which only adds weight to the claim that she may have made an offhand remark about Taylor in Blake's presence. If true, that could easily explain why their on-set relationship turned icy fast.
Muffin, it's so hard being you.
No, but like, I really would really like to be a Disney princess.
I'm sure that dream will come true.
I'm sure there's
because a dream
Disney-
is a
The drama reportedly didn't stop there. According to a podcaster who claims insider knowledge from the A Simple Favor set, Blake and Anna clashed over something surprisingly petty: how much cleavage was shown on the movie's promotional poster. The source alleged Anna was competitive with Blake. She kept asking for more promotional visibility and even requested her cleavage be photoshopped to look as big or bigger than Blake's. That competitive streak seemed to spill into interviews too. During a joint press appearance, fans noticed subtle but telling tension in their body language. The smiles didn't reach their eyes. Their exchanges felt rehearsed, restrained, two professionals keeping up appearances while silently bristling beneath the surface.
Pie, it should be smooth as silk or whatever.
Easy as pie.
Yeah,
Right.
and smooth as silk. But my mom, I think, is a very confident person, and so for me, yeah, I sort of like struggle.
Despite following each other on Instagram, the distance between Blake and Anna appears to linger. In one interview, Anna even hinted she regularly uses the mute function on social media to maintain her peace, adding slyly that she was grateful for that feature. Fans immediately speculated she was referring to Blake. What began as a seemingly harmless on-set rivalry has since evolved into one of Hollywood's most whispered-about Cold Wars. A feud built on envy, awkward loyalty, and a friendship that never quite made it off the screen.
Muted some people. Now that it's a function on Twitter and Instagram, there's a couple people that I have muted.
Good.
Yeah.
New revelations from A Simple Favors set have painted a clearer picture of just how strained things became between Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick. A screenshot allegedly shared by a production worker confirmed what many suspected. By the end of filming, the two actresses weren't even on speaking terms. Their off-screen chemistry had curdled into quiet hostility, forcing the studio to intervene and remind them to at least act like friends during the press tour. That plan didn't quite work. Insiders said the tension bled into their interviews, where subtle digs and sarcastic exchanges hinted at deeper animosity. One now infamous moment came during a BuzzFeed interview when Anna quipped about a delayed call time that left her waiting an hour for Blake. "That was the day I decided I hated you," she said. Half joking, or maybe not. She repeated the remark later during another press appearance, drawing awkward laughter from the crowd and a visible side-eye from Blake. Though both women returned to film A Simple Favor 2 in 2024, sources suggest their truce was strictly professional. Still, it wasn't the first time Blake had found herself in icy waters with a co-star. During her Gossip Girl years, she also had a complicated relationship with Leighton Meester. While fans adored their on-screen sisterhood as Serena and Blair, insiders described their real-life bond as friendly but never friends. According to reports, petty clashes broke out over costumes, screen time, and who got top billing in the show's later seasons. The tension reportedly peaked when Leighton's wardrobe budget increased, sparking jealousy from Blake, who felt her own growing fame outside the show should have earned her greater creative input. Executive producer Joshua Safran later confirmed that while there was no major conflict, the two were very different people, polite colleagues, not close companions. Still, rumors swirled that by the show's final season, they were avoiding each other entirely. Even beyond Hollywood, Blake's public image has sparked controversy. Earlier this year, she faced backlash after seemingly mocking a photoshopped image of Kate Middleton, posting a heavily edited poolside photo to promote her cocktail. Brand just as speculation about Kate's health dominated headlines. Blake later apologized after the Princess of Wales revealed her cancer diagnosis, but critics accused her of insensitivity. Her romantic past has also been marked by turbulence. Blake's Gossip Girl co-star and ex-boyfriend Penn Badgley once described their years together as both formative and painful. Their off-screen breakup didn't stop them from playing lovers on screen, something Penn later admitted took a heavy emotional toll. "Half my belongings were in a trash bag," he confessed, recalling that period as a 6-year endurance test. His wife, Domino Kirke, later confirmed he was still a little lost when they met. Then came Leonardo DiCaprio, perhaps the most high-profile name in Blake's romantic timeline. The two briefly dated in 2011 when she was 24, a rare exception to Leo's under 25 rule. Their short-lived romance was, by most accounts, eccentric. Blake was said to send Leo photos of a doll to express her emotions. Those close to them found the habit unusual, bordering on eerie. But the relationship ended abruptly when Leo reportedly proposed taking things more seriously. Blake wasn't ready to settle down, a source told Us Weekly. The split devastated Leo, who allegedly isolated himself while filming The Great Gatsby, clashing with director Baz Luhrmann over creative tensions brought on by his heartbreak. Things grew even more awkward years later, when Blake, now married to Ryan Reynolds, crossed paths with Leo at the 2016 AMFAR Gala in New York. Witnesses claim the two exchanged lingering smiles and inside jokes, much to Ryan's visible discomfort. One insider said Ryan warned Blake to stop engaging with Leo after catching him winking and grinning every time she walked by. Though the encounter was brief, it reportedly sparked a heated exchange between the couple later that evening. Since then, Leo and Blake have kept their distance. Sources claim Leo isn't fond of Blake's curated, perfection-driven public image, while Blake prefers to avoid any unnecessary drama from her past, and yet, the tension doesn't end there. Even Zendaya found herself caught in what some called a Fashion Week freeze. At a Michael Kors show, body language experts noted a subtle but unmistakable exchange. Zendaya appearing to throw a calculated side glance at both Blake and Emily Blunt. Emily reacted defensively, while Blake seemed to maintain her trademark poise. Whether it was genuine shade or misread body language, it added another curious chapter to Blake's long list of high-profile Hollywood-runs intro 7 Zendaya.
I was worried that she was flashing her vagina, so it might have been something to do with that. Zendaya doesn't look very happy, though, with her.
Zendaya shut down the swirling speculation with a single tweet that read, "I was looking at the runway." But it was Blake's co-star from It Ends With Us, Brandon Sklenar, who sparked even more whispers. During an interview, when asked what made it easy to fall in love with Blake's character, he hesitated, visibly uncomfortable, before dodging the question entirely. His silence spoke volumes, and the tension between the two became impossible to ignore.
I could tell you it's...
You could say like really nice things.
I'm just a really good actor, you know? I'm a really good actor. Everything was really challenging with...
Trying to lighten the moment, Blake joked that Brandon preferred rehearsing with a mirror rather than with her. The laughter was awkward and telling. But the final name on this list needs no introduction: Justin Baldoni. While he hasn't publicly criticized Blake, the recent It Ends With Us fallout says enough. The fact that he's reportedly hired a PR crisis manager, coupled with his pointed decision not to direct It Starts With Us, sends a clear message.
I think there are better people for that one. I think Blake Lively's ready to direct. That's what I...
Behind the scenes, Justin was said to be doing everything possible to stay professional amid the chaos. Yet industry insiders claim that creative disagreements and power struggles between him and Blake reached a breaking point during production. What began as a promising collaboration slowly unraveled into a quiet but unmistakable feud, one that could reshape both their careers.